Hey, what if I turned into a fly for a whole day? Like, poof, I'm buzzing around on the kitchen table. How would the world look to me with those funny bug eyes?
Oh, that'd be an adventure, wouldn't it? Imagine waking up tiny, with the whole room stretching out like a giant playground. A fly's eyes are compound eyes. Think of them as thousands of tiny lenses all stuck together, like a mosaic made of beads. Each one sees a little piece of the world, and they combine to give you a super wide view, almost 360 degrees around your head. No blind spots like we have.
Whoa, thousands? So everything would seem huge because I'm small, but the eyes make it even bigger?
Exactly. You're already pint-sized, so a crumb looks like a boulder, but those eyes zoom out the picture. It's not like our eyes that focus on one spot. A fly's eyes catch motion from everywhere at once. Picture this. You're at a birthday party, and instead of seeing just the cake in front, you spot your friend sneaking a cookie from the side and the balloon popping behind you, all in a blurry, split-up way. And colorful? Flies see ultraviolet light, which is invisible to us. Flowers that look plain might glow like neon signs to them, helping spot nectar from far away.
Ultraviolet? That's like secret colors? But why would bug eyes change everything so much? Wouldn't it just be all fuzzy and weird?
Fuzzy at first, sure, but flies get used to it quick. The reason it changes everything is that wide-angle view. It's for survival in a big, scary world. We humans turn our heads to look around, but a fly can't. Those eyes let it watch for danger or food without moving much. Remember that time you played tag and had to dodge everyone? A fly's eyes are like having eyes on the back of its head, but better, detecting speedy things like a swatting hand before it even gets close. And the colors? UV helps them find mates or yummy spots, turning the ordinary into a vibrant map.
Okay, so it's not just huge, it's like a movie screen wrapping around me with hidden glowy parts. That sounds kind of cool, not scary.
It is cool. Imagine landing on a windowsill. To you, the glass sparkles with UV patterns we can't see, like invisible writing saying, pollen this way. But those eyes aren't perfect for details up close. Everything's a bit mosaic-y, like looking through a kaleidoscope. Still, it makes the world feel alive and full of surprises. Flies have about 4,000 lenses per eye, houseflies anyway, so it's a busy brain sorting all that input.
4,000? That's more than kids in my whole school. So I'd see the world as one big colorful blur, but I could spot fast stuff coming at me.
Spot it and react. Yeah. It's why flies seem so twitchy. No wonder they'd buzz right past your hand without touching it. Those eyes turn a simple picnic into an epic quest, with every leaf and drop of juice popping in ways we'd miss.
I bet I'd love chasing shiny things that glow. But with all that seeing around, how do you zip around without bumping into stuff all the time?
That's the fun part. Let's think about how a fly actually moves through the air.
Yeah, moving through the air. How does a fly do that without crashing? Like, they're so tiny. Wouldn't they just flop around?
Flop around? Nah, flies are aerial acrobats. Picture this. You're on a skateboard, trying to weave through cones at top speed. But a fly? It can flip and twist like a pro gymnast in the sky. The secret is those wings. They beat up to 200 times every second. That's faster than a hummingbird, which is already zippy. Each beat pushes air down super quick, lifting the fly off the ground and keeping it steady.
200 times a second? Whoa, that's like clapping your hands blurry fast. But flies always look kinda clumsy, bumping into windows or stuff. Can they really fly that quick without messing up?
I get why they seem clumsy. We see them splat against glass because they chase light and don't always judge distance right with those mosaic eyes. but in open air, they're dodging machines. Houseflies can hover in place, like a drone just hanging there, then dart sideways or backward in a blink. No run-up needed. Their wings adjust the angle on the fly, pun intended, to change direction mid-air. Imagine playing dodgeball where you see the ball coming from all sides thanks to your eyes, and your body twists instantly. Flies do that to escape a newspaper swat. They sense the air moving and bank away at 200 body lengths per second. That's like you running a marathon in under a minute.
Hover and dart? So I'd feel like a superhero, buzzing left, right, up, without even trying hard. But how do they not get dizzy from all that spinning?
Good question. Flies don't get dizzy because their brains are wired for it. They've got special sensors on their antennae and legs that feel air currents and balance, like tiny gyroscopes. And those wings aren't just flapping straight. The front and back ones work together, one pulling up while the other pushes down for sharp turns. Remember when you tried that loop-the-loop on the playground swing? A fly pulls off loops, rolls, and even flies upside down if needed. Scientists once filmed them in slow motion. It's like watching a fighter jet in a bug-sized body. They can accelerate from 0 to full speed in a fraction of a second, leaving bigger insects in the dust.
Upside down? That's wild. I'd probably loop around the light bulb just for fun, feeling the whoosh of air. But do they do tricks on purpose, or is it all for getting away?
Mostly for survival, but yeah, some moves look like play. Males do fancy aerial dances to impress females, spiraling up high and diving. Females might chase food scents while flipping through tight spots, like under a leaf. It's all instinct. But to you as a fly, it'd feel thrilling. Like riding every roller coaster at once, without lines. And get this, their flight muscles are so strong, they vibrate the whole body, helping with takeoff from sticky spots. No wonder flies seem everywhere. They cover ground, or air, fast. Up to 6 miles in a day if they're migrating.
6 miles? That's like biking to grandma's house. I'd race my friends, if flies had races. Sounds exhausting though, beating wings that much.
It does wear them out quick. But flies rest by perching, wings folded like a neat backpack. Their energy comes from sugar they sip, keeping the engine running. Those tricks aren't just show. They help find safe spots or yummy finds without landing wrong. Imagine zipping past a picnic table, dodging a kid's grab, and landing smooth as silk. It's why you can't catch one easily with your hand. They're gone before you blink.
I wouldn't want to catch myself anyway. Flying like that would make the whole yard my playground. But all that buzzing around has to make a hungry. How do you even stop for a snack without falling?
Snacks are keeping those wings going strong. Let's see how a fly hunts for a bite while on the move.
Yeah, hunting for a bite sounds tricky when you're always in the air. How does a fly even spot food from up there? And what's yummy to it anyway?
Spotting food is half the fun, or the challenge, for a fly. They don't have noses like us, but those antennae wiggle like feelers, picking up smells from chemicals floating in the air. Imagine you're at a fair, and the cotton candy scent pulls you in from across the field. A fly's antennae do that with odors from fruit, sweat, or even garbage. Once close, they land and use their feet, feet, to taste. The pads on their legs have chemoreceptors, tiny sensors that detect sugars or proteins on a surface, like dipping your toe in soup to check if it's sweet.
Feet for tasting? That's gross but smart. So I'd land on something and my feet would tell me if it's a snack, like walking on candy and knowing right away?
Exactly. It's their first test. Houseflies love sweets, rotting fruit, or moist stuff because it gives quick energy for all that flying. But flies can't chew like we do. Their mouth is a proboscis, a soft tube for sucking liquids. So to eat solids, they spit out enzymes, special juices from their gut onto the food. These break it down into a soupy mush in seconds, like magic dissolver from a science kit. Then they slurp it up through the tube. Picture finding a squished grape on the sidewalk. You'd regurgitate a drop to melt the skin, turning it into fly smoothie.
Enzymes to melt food? Whoa, like turning a cookie into juice so you can drink it. But flies land on yucky things, like old trash, or worse. How is that yummy to them? Doesn't it taste bad?
Yummy is relative, right? To a fly, yucky to us is a feast, because those enzymes make anything break down into tasty chemicals, sugars, salts, proteins. It's evolution. Flies thrive on what's decaying or spilled, recycling nature's leftovers. We might wrinkle our noses at a banana peel, but to you as a fly, the fermenting sugars would zing like fresh lemonade. And they prefer freshish finds. A clean picnic table with juice drips beats moldy spots. Those feet sensors help skip the truly rotten ones that could make even a fly sick. Remember that time you ate a too ripe peach and it was super sweet? Flies chase that intensity, but they avoid extremes with their quick taste test.
Okay, so it's not gross to them. It's like a flavor explosion. I'd probably buzz straight to the fruit bowl, spit a little, and sip away, feeling full fast.
You would. A fly meal is efficient. They only need tiny amounts, like a thimbleful of nectar or dissolved jam per day, to fuel hours of flight. Females eat more for egg laying, seeking protein from things like dung or meat scraps. It's all about survival. That proboscis uncoils like a straw when they land, sucking up the liquefied bits without wasting time. Scientists say flies can detect food odors from up to a mile away if the wind's right, guiding them like a treasure map. But they don't hoard. It's grab and go, perching on a leaf or wall to munch safely.
A mile? I'd follow the smell of cookies baking and be there before they cool. But spitting to eat sounds messy. Do they ever miss and make a puddle?
Sometimes, yeah. That's why you see those spots on windows or food. But flies are tidy eaters, in a way. The enzymes work fast, and they lap up most of it. Their gut processes it quick, too, turning snacks into energy or waste. Imagine being at a birthday party as a fly. You dodge the kids, land on the frosting edge, taste with your feet, sweet alert, spit to soften a crumb, and slurp while the song plays. It's not elegant like biting into cake, but it gets the job done, keeping you buzzing strong.
I'd feel like a tiny chef, prepping my own meals on the fly. No wonder they hang around kitchens. But all that landing and eating out in the open, doesn't it get risky with everything so big?
Risky is an understatement. Let's talk about the close calls that come with every snack stop.
Close calls? Like, what could go wrong when I'm just trying to sip some juice?
Plenty, kiddo. Being a fly means every moment's a high-stakes game. First off, those swatting hands. Humans like us see flies as pests buzzing around our food, so we swing newspapers or hands to shoo them away. But to a fly, a hand coming down is like a giant wrecking ball. Those compound eyes spot the motion early, giving a split second to dodge, but one wrong twitch and splat. It's over. Flies get swatted way more than you'd think. Studies show houseflies in homes face attacks every few minutes if they're near people. It's not that they're clumsy. It's a world full of threats where survival's a constant buzz.
Swatted? I'd have to flip away super fast, like in that flying we talked about. But yeah, I guess we do try to smack them a lot. Do they really get hurt that often, or are they tougher than they look?
They get hurt plenty. Tough in the air, but fragile up close. A direct hit squishes their soft bodies easy. No exoskeleton like a beetle's armor. And it's not just humans. Birds snatch them mid-flight, or frogs zap with sticky tongues at picnics. But the real sneaky dangers are smaller. Spiders. Those eight-legged builders spin webs like invisible trampolines across windows, porches, or gardens. A fly zipping along might not see the silk threads, too fine for those mosaic eyes. And boom, stuck. Spiders wait patiently, then wrap you up for a slow dinner. Flies lose thousands to webs daily. It's why they hover and test the air with antennae before landing.
Spiders? Ugh, webs sound like fly traps everywhere. I'd try to spot them, but if I get caught, is there any way out, or is it game over?
Often game over, yeah. Struggle too much and you tangle worse, alerting the spider. Some flies groom their wings with spit to stay slippery, but webs are evolution's sticky endgame for many. And don't forget other bugs. Wasps hunt flies to feed their larvae, stinging and dragging them off like kidnappers. Or ants on the ground, swarming if you land wrong. It's a bug-eat-bug world out there. But flies have tricks. A quick wing shake might free you from light silk, or you'd vibrate to signal danger to others. Still, most don't last long. A housefly's whole life is just 2 weeks, from egg to buzz off.
2 weeks? That's shorter than summer vacation. So all that flying and eating just to dodge death that fast? Kinda sad.
It is short, but they pack in a lot, laying hundreds of eggs in that time, starting the next generation. That lifespan means every day counts. No time for naps in dangerous spots. Predators like lizards or even vacuum cleaners add to the tally. In nature, rain can drown them, or cold snaps freeze wings mid-beat. Flies migrate sometimes, facing winds and birds over miles, but many don't make it. It's why they seem fearless, zipping into rooms or over tables. We're just another hazard in their obstacle course. But that constant alertness hones their skills. Survivors pass on genes for better dodges.
Hundreds of eggs? So even if I get swatted, my fly kids keep going. But yeah, dodging spiders and hands all day would make me super careful about where I land for snacks.
Smart landing spots are key. Ceilings or walls away from webs, or under leaves for cover. And they rest in groups sometimes, like a fly club, watching each other's backs. But you're right, it's exhausting. Think of it like being the underdog in a video game, leveling up evasion moves with every close call. No wonder flies test surfaces with feet before committing, tasting for food and safety in one go. In labs, scientists track them avoiding electric grids or fans, showing how tuned they are to escape. Yet for every fly you see, 10 might have met an early end that morning.
I'd pick high spots, like the fridge top, to watch for spiders or swats. Makes me appreciate not being tiny and chased all the time.
Us too, right? Dodging all that as a fly would sharpen your senses like nothing else. Every buzz, a lesson in quick thinking. You'd come away seeing the world differently, grateful for your size and safety nets. Imagine poofing back human, buzzing with stories of narrow escapes and hidden perils. It's a reminder how even pests play a role, cleaning up and keeping nature balanced. What a wild day it'd be, full of thrills and takeaways that stick.
Yeah, I'd totally get why flies are so speedy and picky. Being one for a day would make me way more careful with swatting real ones. And super glad to be me again.